Good day, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a very, very, very long time. In fact, I started out posting workout videos and I never gained much traction with that. The fact is that there are so many people doing that and it's very competitive, and I lost interest to some degree. But I had a vision not too long ago to just start reviewing books on YouTube, books that I've read, books that I found to be very interesting and life changing. And that's what I'm doing today, really. So I decided that I am going to launch this Today I Read podcast, if you call it that, where I will be reviewing books that I read and thought to be interesting. Okay. So the main idea behind Today I Read is to explore the most thought-provoking ideas in literature, philosophy, and also psychology to a lesser degree. And today we'll be diving deep into Jordan B. Peterson's influential book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos. And this book has sparked widespread debate and garnered both praise and criticism since its release in 2018. So, what I'll be doing today is I'll be breaking it down rule by rule and exploring its key themes, insights, and implications. So, interestingly enough, 12 Rules for Life presents a series of practical principles, each encapsulated in a rule designed to guide readers toward a more meaningful existence. And Jordan Peterson is a clinical psychologist and professor, and he draws on various disciplines like psychology, mythology, philosophy, and his own life experiences to craft the rules. All right, so now we're going to look at rule one, which is very interesting. Rule one is quite simple. It is stand up straight with your shoulders back. And in this section, Peterson begins with a powerful metaphor about dominance hierarchies, which he illustrates using the example of lobsters. He argues that posture reflects how we perceive ourselves and how others perceive us. And by standing tall, we signal confidence and competence, which can influence our interactions and opportunities in life. And it's very interesting reading that section, learning different stuff about lobsters. If you read the book, you'll find that pretty interesting, but I'm not going to go too deep into each of the rules. I just kind of want to whet your appetite in regards to what it is about. So then you go on to rule two, which is treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. And in this section, Peterson emphasizes self-care. He points out that many people take better care of others than themselves. Even their animals, they take better care of than they do for themselves. And this rule challenges listeners to prioritize their own well-being and to treat themselves with the same compassion they would offer to a loved one or an animal that they own. And then we move on to rule three, which is make friends with people who want the best for you. And this rule is, I find it to be very interesting reading the book, and it's significant without even reading what Jordan Peterson actually states in this section. It's quite interesting just thinking about it. And in this section, Peterson is just advising people to surround themselves with positive influences, and because it's important. And he also discussed the idea that friendships should uplift and inspire us rather than to drag us down. And this rule encourages listeners to evaluate their own social circles and to seek relationships that foster growth and improvement. Then we're moving on to rule four, which is compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. And in a world dominated by social media and constant comparison, Peterson suggests focusing on personal progress. And this rule promotes self-reflection and encourages individuals to set and achieve their own goals rather than measuring success against others. And then we move on to rule 5, which is do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. And I thought this one is very interesting. It is actually one that I remind myself of consistently because I do have kids, and it rings true to me. And in a section, this rule is addressing parenting. Peterson advocates for discipline and guidance, arguing that children need structure and boundaries to develop into responsible adults. He emphasizes the importance of teaching children to behave in ways that foster positive relationships, not just with them and their parents, but with them and other adults and even their own peers. And then we're moving on to rule 6, which is set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. And Peterson encourages personal responsibility in this section, meaning before pointing fingers at societal issues, he urges individuals to address their own shortcomings and take responsibility for their lives. And this rule highlights the importance of self reflection and accountability. Then we move on to rule 7, which is pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. And here Peterson differentiates between short-term pleasure and long-term fulfillment. And he encourages listeners to seek meaningful goals and commitments, arguing that the pursuit of meaning is essential for a fulfilling life. And then rule 8, tell the truth or at least don't lie. Now, honesty is a recurring theme in Peterson's work. This rule stresses the importance of truthfulness, both to oneself and to others. He argues that deception undermines relationships and personal integrity. They're moving on to rule 9, which is assume that the person you're listening to might know something you don't. Effective communication relies on active listening, and Peterson encourages humility in conversations, suggesting that we approach discussions with an open mind and a willingness to learn from others. And then we're moving on to rule 10, which is be precise in your speech. Clarity in communication is vital, and Peterson argues that precise language helps to articulate our thoughts and feelings, leading to better understanding and resolution of conflicts. And then we're moving on to rule 11, which is do not bother children when they're skateboarding. And this rule addresses risk-taking and resilience. Peterson argues that children need to engage in challenging activities to learn and grow, and he advocates for allowing them the freedom to explore their limits. And then we move on to rule 12, which is pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. Now, finally, this rule reminds us to appreciate the small moments of beauty and joy in life, especially during difficult times. And Peterson encourages meaningfulness and gratitude, suggesting that finding joy in the present can help us cope with life's challenges. And overall, 12 Rules for Life it's pretty much a call to personal responsibility, self-improvement, and the pursuit of meaning in a chaotic world. And Peterson's blend of psychological insight, philosophical discourse, and personal anecdotes make the book pretty accessible and profound. It's a very interesting book. I actually really, really love the book. I've read it multiple times. It is pretty much very, very life changing. And I'm actually going into my favorite section of the book, which is the coda. It is profound the way how Jordan Peterson actually closes the book. It is very interesting, right? In the coda, Jordan Peterson distills the essence of philosophy and the overarching themes presented throughout the book. And this section serves as a reflective conclusion that reinforces the significance of the lessons shared in the preceding chapters. So the first thing that Peterson looks at is the nature of suffering and meaning. And Peterson begins by confronting the inevitability of suffering in life. He acknowledges that pain and hardship are fundamental aspects of the human experience. And rather than seeking to eliminate suffering, Peterson argues that individuals should strive to find meaning with it. And this is a central tenet of Peterson's philosophy. Meaning is not merely a pleasant byproduct of life, but a necessity that can help individuals endure and transcend their struggles. And then it went on to the role of responsibility. And a prominent theme in the Coda is the importance of responsibility. Peterson emphasizes taking responsibility for one's life, for one's relationships, and one's actions is crucial to finding purpose. He asserts that responsibility allows individuals to rise above chaos and despair, creating a sense of order and direction. And by accepting responsibility, people can transform their own suffering into a source of strength and resilience. Peterson reiterates in the Coda the value of truth, both in communication and in one's internal dialogue. He argues that honesty is a cornerstone of personal integrity and that living truthfully fosters trust and connection with others. The pursuit of truth, even when it is uncomfortable, is essential for cultivating a meaningful life. And this theme underscores the need for individuals to confront their own beliefs and biases, leading to personal growth and deeper understanding. The Coda also highlights the significance of community and relationships. Peterson points out that human beings are inherently social creatures, and the connections we forge with others play a vital role in our well being. He encourages readers to seek out relationships that challenge and inspire them, fostering a sense of belonging and shared purpose. And the idea of community underscores the importance of mutual support in navigating life's challenges. And in a poignant reflection, Peterson discusses the moments of joy that can be found even in the midst of chaos. He suggests that life is a tapestry woven with both suffering and joy, and it is essential to embrace both aspects by recognizing and cherishing the small moments of beauty, whether it's enjoying the simple pleasures of connecting with loved ones. Individuals can cultivate gratitude and a deeper appreciation for life. Now, ultimately, the Coda serves as a call to action. That's how Peterson actually concludes the book. He encourages readers to embark on a journey of self discovery and personal development. He implores them to confront their fears, embrace responsibility, and seek out meaning in their lives. And the lessons of the book culminate in a message of hope. Despite the chaos and suffering inherent in existence, individuals have the power to create order, find purpose, and foster connection. In this way, the Coda, in essence, encapsulates the spirit of 12 Rules for Life, which is urging readers to live authentically, courageously, and with a commitment to truth and responsibility. And it's a reminder that while life may be fraught with challenges, it is also rich with opportunities for growth, connection, and meaning. And the reason why this is the first book that I'm sharing on this setup is it's life changing. And I'm seeing this right now, but I've actually read and watched videos of different individuals who have changed their lives just because they've read this book. And I encourage everyone that's actually watching this video to go and read the book. I promise you that it will certainly open your eyes, teach you things that you did not know, or make things that you probably know more clear. If that makes sense. It will really do that. I'm thinking that maybe I'll make another video where I go in depth into each rule. Obviously, I did not do that. I just kind of went through the main ideas that each rule came with. But you can let me know in the comment section if you wish for me to go deeper into each rule. But my favorite part of the book is the coda. It's exceptional. It is everything. It really just the best way to close the book. Couldn't have been better. So with that said, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, that's it. That's it from Steve Miller. Have a good one.